Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be back to the Dollar Tree and got some more items. These come in, I got the Sudoku puzzle. They also have the Find a Word and crossword puzzles. They're real cute. And I just made a little pocket to slip this inside of, and there's a pocket here too that could be a card put inside of there. Tag. And I have one of these little metal closures on there with some elastic. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. I used the Christmas one on this one is called Christmas Gleaming. I used the paper from there, one of the papers, and then this stamp right here, and I fussy cut 3 of them out and put it on the front, along with this die. I'll have to list that on the bottom because I forgot to get that out. But anyway, I think it turned out real cute. I put the seam on the back, and this next one I put it on the side, so I don't know which one will be better. I don't guess it really matters. So anyway, the pencil just slides in right there. You know, some people really like to brag, and so you might want to put a pin in theirs. So anyway, I am Debbie Polachek, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Let's get started. Okay, I started off by putting a piece of score tape along here. Then I laid the paper on top of it. And the score tape helped me get it lined up to where it needed to be. Yep. Okay, I started off by marking 1 inch, a straight line, 1 inch away from the edge here. Now I'm taking my multi-purpose glue and I'm going to glue that my end is right there on this other side, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right on that area. Okay. Now I'm going to get 2 scraps. Okay, I've got a couple scraps right here. This is a scrap of that chipboard. And I want to make little marks on both sides of this, because we need 2 chipboards distance between this and the next piece of cardstock, chipboard. That gives you enough room to turn your book. Okay, now I'm going to take my 9 by 5 3/4 inch piece. I have 2 of these. Okay, and I'm lining that up with those 2 lines I just made and the line down here. Okay. Take that. If I might find my bone folder, that would be nice. Use this for right now since I can find it. Okay. Then I'm going to do the other piece. That is 9 by 5 3/4. Same thing. I'll line it up with those 2 marks that I just made, and that 1 inch mark along the bottom. I did a paper cut. I sure did almost do it. I'll find my bone folder as soon as I get through with this. That's the way it always goes. Okay, now I'm going to take that ruler again and I'm going to mark 1 inch from these edges here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Get those out. Okay, I want to make a gadget to make my corners perfect across here. You got a little tool. That could be put right on here. And you see, you fit it right inside there, and you just draw your pencil line. Take my paper and start bending this over. Like, it's best to do the opposite ends first. Just stick your fingers in the glue, Debbie. Then you take your little bone folder and kind of catch that inside. Okay. Okay, I did a little bit more on this book. I put the elastic. I have a piece of elastic here that's probably about 6 inches long. I doubled it up. And I put this glue right here because it's really good for fabrics and stuff. It needs something pretty strong to hold it because you're going to be twisting that around this knob. So I use Fabri-Tac. It's a real good glue. It glues and stays forever. And while that was drying, I put some Scotch tape across the top of it so it'll make sure and hold it down inside of there. Actually, probably be best to go ahead and take the tape off, which you can to finish it up. So you'll be sure and glue, because Scotch tape doesn't hold that well. And so I did cut some paper, so we won't have to go through all that. And I'll tell you what I cut. I did use this for the inside. And I cut, this is going to be glued together, and I'll show you how to glue that together. I think we missed that on the front, so that'll be good. I've got a base here for 8.5 by 8 3/4, and then 8 3/4 by 4. This was 12 inches wide, so your 8.5 by 11 is not quite long enough for that, so that's why I'll have to glue that together. And I'm going to put this behind the pocket. I'm going to put the pocket here. That puts, you can put your notebook inside. I mean your little book, your puzzle book inside. And this pocket is 8 3/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so and I also cut a little scrap of, this is from one of the scraps. It's a 2" by 6" that we'll be decorating, and I'll show you the decorations in a little bit. And this is a scrap from the front of the thing, and it is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. I'll put that on the front to make a little pocket there to put this little tag inside. Okay, this is for the front. This is 2 pieces of vellum glued together with one of those stitched triangle, or I'll put the description below too. And I put the largest one and the next largest one together and made this little frame out of it. And I glued all those together, just little dots of glue all around the side. Okay. Okay, the flowers for the decoration are, and the paper are from this set here. It's called Floral Essence. And here's the paper, beautiful paper, look like a bunch of watercolors, and this is the flower set. This set I used this bird branch called Free as a Bird. Stitched triangles, yeah, that's what it was. And oh, and the other one I used the stitch nesting labels with the Christmas one. But you know, really anything would be cute. It doesn't really matter. Just anything you would put on a card would be very pretty as a book. I just wanted to tell you what I use. Okay, and I also did cut 2 pieces of the ribbon about 5 to 6 inches long that I'll be using on the front. And here's the little birds. And I took that little sponge, that little dollar store sponge I was telling you about, and sponge, here it is. I sponged around the edges with Balmy Blue and Highland Heather. See, I just put a little bit of spots of those different colors. And I used the alcohol markers in the Balmy Blue for the birds. The branch, I think I used Crumb Cake. Is that right? Is that what it's called? No, Soft Suede. And then this paper right here is the Petal Pink. Okay. And the flowers, I stamped them in Rich Raspberry. I think I stamped 3 of each. I have no idea how many we will be using. 3 of the larger ones and 3 of the littler ones. I already used one of the littler ones. And then the little leaves I stamped from the same set and punched. There's a punch that goes with this. It's called a leaf punch. I think that's what it's called. Right here. Yeah, it's called the leaf punch. And it punches that leaf from that same set. I also used Thank You. Remember, if y'all make a $50 order, I'll send you the current catalog, whatever it may be at the time. Also, if you make a $100 order, I have these little bow makers that comes with 2 sticks. That's for a $100 order. Now, if you join, you will get the bow maker as well, because that would, I think, runs right at $99. When you join, you get the 20% off all your items. First order, I think you get free shipping as well. And you will also probably, yeah, you will get free things. I think you get $125 worth of items for $99, along with a catalog and a few other things that you could use for selling. Whether you sell or not, it's up to you. It's not a have to be. You know, you just need to hold a minimum about, I think, $300 every 3 months. So you and your friends probably could get together and take care of that cost. So I think that's all the items. Finally got through that. So let's get started and start gluing this baby together. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the tear and tape and put these together. And like I said, this is how I did the front as well. I did that off camera because I didn't realize it wasn't going. Just kind of line it up like that. That bone folder is sure a hard thing to keep up with. I think this time I'm going to kind of lay it. I'm going to lay it down this way. See if this works better, because it was the last time it was kind of, I got it crooked. I'm going to try it like this. That way. I think that worked better for me, it did. Yeah. And hopefully that will be about right. If not, we can always trim a little bit more off of it. It looks like I might have got it a little bit crooked, or yeah, it's a little bit long, so I'm going to trim a little bit more off of that. That's an easy thing to do. That should be about right. I still want to keep that to the back. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this Scotch tape off of here. Even if I have to rip the paper a little bit. The more glue we can get on this rubber band, the better off we are. Yeah, that should hold it real well. Okay. Still got my mostly empty things here. See how far we get with that today. Okay. Put the seam side on the back side. That's well, the pocket will be covering it up. Okay. And on pockets, I definitely like to use glue, because I have tried one time putting the scoring tape on it, and if you stick anything inside the pocket, it can get stuck inside that score tape, so that's not too pretty. Now I could have put this little button on there before and I would have had it covered up, but I didn't do that, but that's okay. The hardware is kind of cute when it shows. Okay, so I'm going to make a mark at halfway, which is 4.5. A little ways down. Yeah, that looks like a good spot. One of these big things to make my hose. It's pretty good because you can reach, ooh, it's dusty. You can reach way into something and get things done. Okay. It's easy. Okay, let's see if this works in here. Now, if you had a screwdriver, that would be even better. That's one thing I don't really keep in here. Okay, but I think that's pretty good. we're going to take our foam folder and kind of crease along those edges where the seam is. I can figure that out. There it is. I sure enjoyed using my little homemade tool to make that corner. The reason I decided to do that because on this book here, I did it by hand, just by eyeballing, and I really messed it up. I had a big old gaps in here, and I had to patch it up with some corners of some more scrap paper because I messed it up so bad. I didn't want it to be showing on the inside of there, even with that thing. So, oh my goodness, this girl needs some help with those, so I'm going to have to figure out something to do it better. Don't want to show y'all how to do things ugly. I sure would like to know if people are out there watching me. I know they are because a few views show up, but it'd be nice if you commented down there. And if you want to share your ideas or share what you'd like to see, whether you liked it or didn't like it, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about my videos. And if it's something other than something I can't change, like my personality, I can't change that. But that'd be great. Okay, like I said, I'm going to use glue on this right here. Did I put that pocket in there yet? No, I haven't put the pocket on here yet. Okay, I'm going to put some glue here. Just a thin line. You don't want to get too much because that book, I did leave enough room in here for the book to go through there just fine, but just don't get too carried away. Wouldn't this be cute for birthdays? Or I was thinking time people mostly love to have these little books is when they're in the hospital, get well, all that stuff would be so cute. Let me see for sure that book. I think that, take one out of here. Yeah, see there's plenty of room, I think, to put that book in there. Okay. Put this pocket here. Okay. I'll use a little bit of border. Why not? Kind of buy that color up. Oop, that was a little bit long for that. Okay. Probably should actually trim that off a little bit more. When you know it, put that glue on there. I'll do it in again anyway. Trim it. Not real good for my blade, but it's got to be better than that. Okay. That was the book. Oh, this goes in there. I put a little part of that, about a 6-inch piece of that ribbon inside through here and tied some of that twine around it. Made a little bow with that little bow maker I showed you, a little 1-inch bow. Tied a knot around the ribbon and then made the bow and glued it to it too. Had to put a little dimension, one of the dimensionals behind that flower. Also gold embossed inside the centers of those flowers. Okay. Now for the front, I think what I decided, I will just glue this flat down. Right in the center. I think the greeting would be real cute on the little tag on the inside. The other one I put it on the front, but well, being a Christmas card, you really have to put Merry Christmas, I think, almost on there, but well, maybe not. I might have should left the greeting off of it. That way they don't feel like they have to. That would be cute to put a tag in here as well with it, and going through that vellum would be cute. But anyway, I'm going to just glue it straight down. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit higher than center, I think. Trying to get that as even as I can. And put him right about the middle. Come on, glue. Him I'm going to put right on the center line of that. Those little birds are so sweet, the little fat bellies. Okay. I'm just going to make this like a cross. And probably just use a glue dot on that. A couple glue dots. Trim that one off a little bit more. Let's see if I got my good scissors or my ones that I... Well, these ain't really the good ones, but that's okay. It's working. Pretty pink. Okay. Now, let's put definitely a little one. Let's see which way would be the best. Probably put some leaves. Kind of arrange it now and then maybe probably a good idea if you did it dry and then come along and snap a picture, and that way you'll know how you did it. On top, on the bottom. I think I'm just going to use them all here, and maybe not even use 3, just use 2. They say always things go better in 3s, but sometimes it just don't work out great that way. I think that looks pretty nice, just like that. And of course, the thank you could go under here if you wanted it to, or whatever your greeting is, but that would be nice. But I'm going to leave it off because I don't know what I'm going to use it for or give it to yet. So actually, I think I'm going to give this as a Christmas present to somebody. But now, do I want to pop one of the flowers up? Yeah, probably so. Probably this one. I'll glue all these other ones down. Very pretty set. I tell you, very simple. Just stamp that color any way color you want it, and you're done. You put the little it has a little part to do that center as well. A little stamp. Okay. I think our book is done, and I think it's cute. So anyway, how about a thumbs up, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.